Hello guys, today's Kenny. Got a special series I'm gonna start. It's creepypasta. I'm gonna read a short one today because I got enough time. Well, actually, I'm gonna read two of them. They're gonna be in two separate videos. So I'll put a link in. Nah, I won't put a link. Just go to my channel. You know where it's at. Well, yeah, I would like you guys to start share, whoever is subscribed to me, just start sharing my videos. On the interwebs. I kind of like doing this. A lot of fun. I love when my friends even come up to me. They love my videos. People who I guess seen them before come up to me from time to time. Just people from my school. The reason got that ghetto bandana on my light is because whenever I have it off, that shiny stuff and around it, it's just shiny. Okay. So the creepypasta I'm going to read today is called Smiling Man. I'm going to read it off another device so you can see my reactions. This is the first time, okay? So if you don't like it, kill yourself. Joking. I love you guys. This is a Smiling Man. Kind of looks like the Joker, if you don't know who that is. But, here we go. About 5 years ago, I lived downtown in a major city in the U.S. I've always been a night person, so I would often find myself bored after my roommate, who was this is very get creepy, descendantly not a night person. Decidedly, okay, whatever, not a night person. Went to sleep. To pass the time, I used to go for walks and spend the time thinking. This guy's a really good thinker, Paul Bundy style. Joking. Here we go. Next paragraph. Spent 4 years like that, walking alone at night. Never once had a reason to feel afraid. I always used to joke with my roommate that even the drug dealers in the city were polite, but all that changed in a few minutes of one evening. It's scary. It was Wednesday, somewhere between 1 and 2 in the morning, and I was walking near a police patrolled park, quiet a ways from my apartment. It was quiet night, even for a weekend. There's very little traffic and almost no one on foot. The park, as it was most nights, was completely empty. Turned down a short street in order to loop back to my apartment. When I first noticed him, the far end of the street. On my side, I was saluted, whatever. Sorry guys, I'm not good at reading. Silhouette of a man dancing. It was a strange dance, similar to a waltz, but he finished each box with an odd forward stride. I guess you could say he was dance walking, head straight for me. Deciding he was probably drunk, I stepped as close as I could to the road to give him the majority of the sidewalk to pass me by. The closer he got, the more I realized how gracefully he was moving. He was very tall and lanky and tilted back slightly, looking off at the sky. His mouth was formed in a painfully wide cartoony of a smile. Between the eyes and the smile, I decided to cross the street before he danced any closer. Took my eyes off him to cross the empty street. As I reached the other side, I glanced back, and he was stopped, dead in my tracks. He had stopped dancing, and he was standing with one foot in the street, perfectly parallel to me. He was facing me, but looking skyward, smile still wide on his lips. I completely and utterly unverted by this. I started walking again. He kept my eyes on the man. He didn't move. Once I had put half a block between us, turned away from him for a moment to watch the sidewalk in front of me. The street and sidewalk ahead of me were completely empty. Still unnerved, I looked back to where he had been standing to find him gone. For the briefest of moments, I felt relieved until I noticed him. He crossed the street, and was only slightly crouched down. I couldn't tell for sure due to the distance and the shadows, but I was certain he was facing me. I had looked away for him for no more than 10 seconds, so it was clear that he had moved fast. I was so shocked that I stood there for some time staring at him, and then he started moving toward me again. He took a giant, exaggerated tiptoe steps, as if he were a cartoon character sneaking up on someone, except he was moving very, very quickly. I'd like to say at this point I ran away or pulled out my pepper spray or cell phone or anything at all, but I didn't. I just stood there, completely frozen, as the smiling man crept toward me. And then he stepped again, about car length away from me, still smiling, his smile, still looking into the sky. When I finally found my voice, I blurted out first thing that came to my mind when it meant I was asked, "What do you want?" In angry, commanding tone, what came out was a whimper. What? Regardless of whether or not humans can smell fear, they can certainly hear it. I hear it in my own voice, and that only made me more afraid. But he didn't react to it at all. He just stood there smiling. And then, after I felt like forever, he turned around very slowly, started dance walking away, just like that, not wanting to turn my back to him. Again, I just watched him go until he was far enough away to almost be out of sight. And then I realized something. He wasn't moving away anymore, nor was he dancing. I watched in horror as the distant shape of him grew larger and larger, and I was coming back my way. This time, he was running. I ran too. I ran until I was off of the side road and back onto a better lit road with sparse traffic looking behind me. Then he was nowhere to be found. The rest of the way home, I kept glancing over my shoulder, always expecting to see him. Stupid smile, but he was never there. I lived in the city for 6 months after that night, and I never went out for another walk. There was something about his face that always haunted me. He didn't look drunk. He didn't look high. He looked completely and utterly insane. And that's a very, very scary thing to see. Anyways, dang it, I told you it was a long story. I know my reading was bad. I know that very well. But I always like this story, The Smiling Man, because, sorry if it's lighting up on my face, I'm just looking for other creepypastas to find about this guy. Oh yeah, I should show you guys some images. Image that I found that, I don't know if you can see it, I'm sorry if it's bad. There we go, autofocus, come on. That's him. Okay, we're out of focus. He doesn't look that bad. Like I said, just think of the Joker. Not the old Joker, the new one from The Dark Knight. I'm Batman. I honestly like this story, personally. I know you've probably heard this story a million times before from other people, other videos. I get it, okay? But I like this story. I like other stories. I like reading stories. Here. So, but yeah, it was, the story was kind of not great, honestly. I've heard the story a million times. I know you have. But it was okay. For me, it was an okay story. Like, you listen to it, you read it, it's just like, oh god, you already know it's a creepypasta. It's not real. But it was an okay story, honestly. I liked it. It was kind of stupid. I'm gonna read stories that aren't famous. I'm gonna try to find one that isn't long, because I hate reading long, bro. If I am gonna read a long story, it's gonna be 2 videos, so I can all put it in one night. I'm gonna possibly make 3 videos a night, 3, because I'm not gonna have my phone. It's a phone, okay? I'm cheap. I'm not gonna have my phone with me for a while, because I don't feel like making videos. But I'm gonna start this series. This is part 1, Smiling Man. But I want you guys to share my videos. I'm gonna make tonight I'm gonna make a freaking page for my channel, because I love you guys, and I know I only got 5 subscribers, but I know we can bring a community together that all are AK-47s. It's actually kind of funny how that goes like that. The reason it's Ace Kenny 47 is because, honestly, I'll tell you guys that in another video. How about in a Q&A? How about this? When we hit 200 subscribers, I'll tell you guys why I named myself this. I'm not going to tell you this now. I'm going to tell you why in another video. So you better share this video. You better like my page, because I'm going to keep that thing updated as much as I can, because I go on Facebook a lot. My Instagram, it's okay. Oh yeah, I'm thinking of making my Instagram, my old one, into a video thing. So I'll tell you guys that. If you want to see it, though, it's called my_but_is_on_fire. I'll put a link, or a link in the description below, because I know you guys don't want to look up, oh my god, you guys don't want to be smart. Just click double. I'll tell you guys later. But this video's gone on for long enough. It's been Ace Kenny, guys. Talk to you guys later. I love you. Love you, my community. Remember, 200, and I'll tell you why it's like that.